Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whenever it is that you're listening to this. Welcome to our podcast. And by our podcast, I mean myself and my wife, Becky, who are a biracial couple with 4 daughters who've been together almost 20 years. And we're going to share our opinions, views on everything with you guys. And let me tell you, those opinions and views definitely vary. So sit back. Audio warning. There might be kids screaming. We don't know. But we'll figure this out along the way together. And we still don't have a name yet. So just hang in there. And we'll get you guys a proper intro. I promise. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the first episode of our currently unnamed podcast. We don't know what we're going to name it yet, so it is. It's going to be. I think it's going to be exciting. It doesn't have a name, but I guess we'll figure it out. And listen, headphone users, if you have a huge audio system that you're listening to this on, if you're listening to this, warning. There may or may not be kids that come running and screaming that somebody did something to them that is actually minuscule, but it'll sound like it's catastrophic for sure. Because
so brace yourself and brace your ears.
Yeah, brace yourself in your ears. We have 4 kids. We've been together almost 20 years. Our oldest daughter is 17, and today, as of recording this first little introductory episode, our second oldest daughter is 13. What does that make you feel?
Old.
Like that we have 3, well, we have 2 teenagers, 3 daughters that are above 5 that go to school.
I'm just always tired. I always feel tired.
Do you think everybody feels the tiredness?
Oh, I'm pretty sure. It's like I think that's why we constantly have to keep going and just keep going, just keep swimming, just keep swimming. Because if you really stop and think about it, everybody's just really exhausted.
I'm going to need you to really learn some audio skills also over there, because you need to talk to the microphone.
I thought I was talking to the microphone. Can you hear me now?
What is going on with that? Why all this? I thought I was talking to the microphone. We are huge coffee drinkers. Big time coffee drinkers. Right now we're drinking, is this the one I ground up last night?
Yes.
So this is Mystic Monk coffee that we're drinking. It's delicious. I love this coffee. Why did we do this? Why are we starting this?
I don't know. What? I think I told you to start a podcast a long time ago, but that was when you were like on the road and you had a lot of time, and I figured you could just record yourself talking while you were.
And now I don't have as much time.
And now we don't have as much time. So I guess the question is to you, because I didn't set this whole thing up. Why do you want to do a podcast now?
I don't know. Why not? Well, I guess why not? But I think it'll be interesting because you and I do have a lot of different opinions on a lot of different issues, whether it's related to the church or politics or life in general. What are you doing?
I accidentally bumped the microphone.
But I didn't hear it. You're good. You're good. It's okay. Calm down.
I'm traumatized.
You're
You're getting me in trouble all the time.
I'm not going to get you in trouble. It's okay.
With this fancy mic setup.
For now. We have
I think it'd be cool to do it, and just because I enjoy our conversations and our life is super busy, that we don't really get to stop a lot of the time and actually have a conversation, like where it's an actual conversation outside of, hey, what do you want for dinner? What do you want for lunch? You know what I mean?
We don't ever have lunch together.
No, but I ask you that, like, at the end of the day, like, what do you want for your lunch tomorrow? So I could pack it for you.
Oh, yeah.
And I think out of, like, our whole relationship, that's, our conversations are one of my favorite things. Even though a lot of people might think that we're loud and that we're arguing.
We are very loud.
Yeah. It's just, like, I find delight in that. Because you've challenged me on some topics. And I know, I mean, maybe you're pretending just to make me happy or to make me be quiet. But I'd like to think that I've made you think of things in a different perspective.
I think that you have. I want to say that you have for sure. I think a lot of people would think our conversations are more like arguments. If they didn't, if they didn't know us, they'd be like, "Oh my God!"
Why do you think that is, though? Like, am I just loud, or am I like? Because I don't really see myself as loud.
Did you hear that from the peanut gallery in the back?
So am I loud, or am I loud about just things that I'm actually passionate about? That's the question.
I think you're just your volume rises.
When I feel like I'm not being heard,
or when you're being challenged in general, your volume rises.
Right. Wait, is that a bad thing? Like, do you think that's something I should work on changing, or?
I don't think it's a bad thing. I just think you have to remember that not just because someone questions you or has a different opinion, they're not challenging you. See, that is the audio warning. That's exactly what we were warning you about. Can I help you? Gio, can I help you? What do you need? Brushing your teeth? and there it is. That's the littlest one, Giovanna, who is 3. Almost. She's about to turn what? 15.
Feels like it some days.
Right. So
what are the things that you want to talk about?
Well, I want to be able to talk about everything in this podcast. I think that we can
everything and anything.
Yeah, pretty much. Why not? I mean, I want to talk about all kinds of different things. I want to see how those things relate to not just our. Do you hear the horses in the background? Not just to our family, but to our religion, to everyday society and life and all of those kind of things, and maybe see if we can figure out the answers to life's secrets.
I think it'll be fun if you can save them, like archive them for our girls someday. Because I feel like what we think and what we really believe is what our family is. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like you don't think about your parents in the way that they shape you and mold you by their behaviors and their beliefs until you yourself are in that situation. So, when our girls have a family of their own or a family of their own, maybe they'd want to like come back and be like, why did my parents mess me up in that way?
I'm not taking the blame for anything.
Of course.
I'm not taking the blame for messing any one of them up. Even though I probably deserve a majority.
But don't you think that's what parenting sadly sometimes is you take the mess that is you, and if you don't take the time to heal that mess, like your kids are just hurt by the mess.
Sometimes
indirectly.
Sometimes it feels like parenting is correcting your mistakes.
Exactly.
Like you make a mistake, you say something or you react in a way, and then you're like, holy man, like I have to fix this somehow, and now you're figuring out the right way that it should have been handled.
Yeah.
And explaining it to you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I definitely, I mean, with our oldest daughter, I definitely feel way more challenged than anything, you know?
Like, I don't know what to say. I don't know how to be. It's definitely fun.
Fun.
And like a challenge.
You and I have a completely different outlook on fun.
It's not fun to you at all having a 17-year-old? Like, even a little bit seeing her, like, become her own individual person? Even though it's infuriating sometimes.
Well, the fact that it's 9 o'clock in the morning almost and she's still sleeping.
Because you never did that.
No. Never.
Yeah,
Not
right.
I've never slept in like that unless I stayed up extremely late.
No, that was the times I wasn't allowed to sleep in. Like when we went to like family parties and we were up super late dancing and stuff. That seemed to be the time when my dad would knock on the door and be like, "You want a party? You could get up early." And I'm like, "But why? We didn't have to wake up this early yesterday, and it was a school day."
That's your dad, though. He's just mean.
He's different.
He's mean.
You think he's mean?
He was when I first met you. I definitely. Oh my God. When I first met your dad, I was horrified. I thought
he was quiet, or because he was like why?
I just thought he was gonna kill me.
Because he was the first Mexican you ever met, like personally.
Well, technically, I don't know if he's the first Mexican I ever met, because I don't know if I've ever met one before. It's not like Mexicans are a rare breed. You know what I mean?
Well, where you're from,
it's not like here you. It's not like you're talking about like an albino giraffe. You know, like it's your things making it sound like it's that rare.
Well, I went to where you are from, and I did.
There's more Puerto Ricans where I'm from.
See very many.
Like in the Northeast, I think there's more Puerto Ricans.
Interesting.
The Mexicans like the desert.
We do.
Puerto Ricans are used to the humidity, so they like it up there.
Is that your?
That's my explanation. That's why the Puerto Ricans and the Cubans are on the East Coast, and the Mexicans have the West Coast.
Is it humid all over the East Coast, or just?
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh. Well, we can stay here.
Anywhere there's tons of trees, it's humid. We lived in Washington, you know what it's like up there.
But I didn't feel like it was like gross humid.
Because it doesn't get super hot, I guess.
So our daughter just showed us the cake she decorated for herself for her birthday. Not because we made her, because she asked to.
She's into the bake-off shows and all that kind of stuff. So I don't know, but I think this is going to be fun. I think we're going to get into some topics that might offend people, and that is not our intention at all. And our outlook is probably going to be different than yours. I know mine will be different than Becky's, that's for sure.
But the thing about it is that I think we're open to conversation. We're open to discussion. It's not that we're not. It's just that we're not going to take too seriously what strangers say. Does that make sense, or does that sound dumb?
Well,
like I will always carry the opinions of those that are closest to us and that know our lives on a very deep and personal level way more than someone who just hears me say like a fragmented sentence, because sometimes it does come across totally different than what I intended it to. Does that make sense?
So you're going to offend people.
I'm going to offend somebody. Be warned.
It's okay. So I guess that's really all we got to say for now, but just a little bit of an introduction, a little bit of a teaser, and get your coffee, because...
And if anyone wants us to discuss a particular topic...
you can message us on Instagram or email or whatever, and I'll put all that information either in the show notes or the description, wherever you're
We have show notes?
We will have show notes. technically we don't even have a show yet because we don't have a show yet because we don't even have a name.
True. So step one.
And I do
get a
plan
name.
on I do plan on us having guests join us like via phone or something like that so that we can talk to them about particular subjects like Nazara, and I'd love to get Father Jesus to do it. And maybe even Miss Tornio.
Oh, that would be a good one.
Miss Tornio would be a great guest. Miss Tornio, for those of you who, well, obviously none of you know her.
Right. So obviously we're sharing our life and a little bit, I guess, of our relationship, right? Or no?
Sure.
Okay. So it's just kind of an all over the place podcast. No particular theme.
Unless
Is it just
unless the Cowboys are doing really good, and then I'm definitely going to bring
we're
up
not
football.
talking about football.
If it's the Cowboys, we're bringing it up.
As long as we don't.
Especially if the Cowboys just beat the Seahawks or something like that.
good.
We're definitely talking about that.
Okay, we'll debate that. For shizzle, my nizzle.
All right, well, I will put the links to Instagram, email, all that kind of stuff in the show notes or in the description. Check it out if you have a topic that you want us to talk about or debate. Let us know. Until then, thanks for listening to our currently unnamed podcast. If you have a name idea that sounds
Drop
good,
it on the comment section. Wait, do podcasts have comment sections?
depends on where they're watching it at, but
All right.
yeah.
Bye, everybody.
Later.